Guys, leave people's cars alone, especially pristine Lamborghinis. The Viral Brothers, a duo of professional YouTube pranksters, laid a lovely fake turd on one of these rich boy sports cars, and the owner responded how someone might respond to someone crapping on their car by tasing one of the brothers. Naturally, much screaming and shouting ensued. Would they argue it was worth it considering the video's 15 million views their video got as a result? Well, they might. Heck, I'm prepared to get tased if YouTube guarantees me 15 million views. Perhaps best to not do pranks in America. All the dissuading you'll ever need from doing anything humorous in the land of the free is the case of Tyel Morton, who decided on the last day of school to sneak a certain doll into the ladies' loos. Security reacted by calling the bomb squad. Morton was charged with criminal mischief and very nearly spent 8 years in jail, in the end having his criminal record expunged after a year of good behavior. Talk about a waste of taxes. Never ever have chainsaws in a classroom full of children. One teacher in Taunton, Massachusetts forgot this key rule and pranked his class on Halloween with a mask and a chainsaw. One 15-year-old then fell and broke bones trying to escape from this only slightly insane teacher. One visit to the hospital and medical bills later, and what do you know? A lawsuit for $100,000. Even memos can kill you. Glenn Howlett was on holiday when he received a memo stating that an important document was needed 2 weeks earlier than planned. He rushed home from his holiday and strained to get the document done, and collapsed from a heart attack. He lived, and he found out that the memo was a fake all along, subsequently suing for damages. Coincidentally, at the same time a new memo went around his workplace at London City Hall called "No More Pranks." In a devastating tragedy, Pramila Lal took the decision to sneak into a friend's house to scare them late one night. She hid in a cupboard to wait for the opportune moment, and sprang out on her two friends, only to be shot by her 15-year-old brother who was in the house at the time. She died from her injuries in the hospital, concluding a horrible misunderstanding, and highlighting a serious problem with irresponsible gun use. Seth Stone Rock was once a high school sports star, according to the papers, only he threw it stupidly away. He covered a stop sign at a crossroads with oiled plastic in a prank where everything could and did go wrong. The resulting crash killed one and severely injured another, and led to him being sentenced to 4 years in prison. Eric Morelli is the biggest idiot on this list. He threw a sparkler at a second-floor window in order to play what is less prank and more arson on his friend Jason Milano. Jason wasn't in the building at the time, but his sister was, and died as a result of the fire. Eric Morelli will serve a maximum 10-year prison sentence. Of all the pranks in this list, this is the most horrible overreaction. Ryan Wilson was playing pranks in his hometown of Naperville, Chicago, walking up to people and saying, "Are you ready to die?" as he pulled out a hair dye. Then Wilson tried this last on a pair of gang members, only to be shot in the head before he pulled out the spray can. More so disgusting bullying than a prank, Sergei Kasper was wrapped in cling film and dunked in toilets before being dragged back to his classroom in Polytechnic College No. 8, Moscow. He fell and crushed his throat on the edge of a desk, lying dying as classmates laughed. The death followed months of neglect and happened in front of a teacher sitting at his desk. And why was he being bullied? For wanting to perform on stage. Talent killed by stupidity. Undoubtedly the most publicized backfiring prank in recent times. Shock jocks from the Australian radio station 2Day FM called the hospital where Kate Middleton, in line to be the next Queen of England, was being kept for morning sickness. The radio hosts impersonating the Prince of Wales and Queen got through to the nurse overlooking Middleton's care. This prank made worldwide news. In a horrible twist, however, the nurse who put through the call, Jacintha Saldana, committed suicide days later. Her home country India exploded in uproar. Both radio hosts left, and an investigation into 2Day FM is still ongoing.